Welcome to Morning Joan, the podcast where we dish out the latest news and trends to start your day off right. So, let's dive into the biggest story of the morning, and it's a scary good one. The horror movie genre has finally gotten the recognition it deserves at the Oscars, with not one, not two, but three films making history at this year's Academy Awards. Sinners, Frankenstein, and Weapons took home a whopping 8 Oscars, solidifying the artistic and groundbreaking potential of horror movies. Sinners made Oscars history by scoring a record-breaking 16 nominations, including Best Picture, and went on to win 4 awards, including Best Original Screenplay for director Ryan Coogler and Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan. The film also won awards for Best Cinematography, with Autumn Durald-Arkapaw becoming the first woman and first Black person to win in this category, and Best Original Score. But Sinners wasn't the only horror movie making waves at the Oscars. Frankenstein received 9 nominations, including Best Picture and Best Adapted Screenplay, and took home 3 awards for Best Production Design, Best Costume Design, and Best Makeup and Hairstyling. And Amy Madigan won Best Supporting Actress for her iconic role as Aunt Gladys in Weapons. This is a game-changer for the horror genre, folks. For decades, horror movies have been stigmatized and overlooked by the Academy, but these wins prove that they can be deep, sophisticated works of cinema and serious award contenders. We're expecting to see even more horror films getting recognition in the future, and we couldn't be more excited. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, darlings. We've got a juicy story brewing in Tinseltown, and I just can't wait to dish it out for you all. So, you know how the Oscars are like the ultimate party in Hollywood? Well, it seems like Sean Penn didn't get the invite. Or rather, he just didn't bother showing up. Can you believe it? Apparently, Penn had a prior commitment in Ukraine where he was spotted wearing sunglasses and carrying a box of cigarettes. I mean, who wouldn't want to trade in their designer gown for a pair of shades and a pack of cigs, am I right? But seriously, folks, Penn's absence from the ceremony has got everyone talking. Now, I know what you're thinking, Joan. What's the big deal about missing the Oscars? Well, let me tell you, it's not just any old award show. It's the Oscars. And Sean Penn is now part of a rather exclusive club of stars who have skipped out on the ceremony over the years. We've got everyone from Woody Allen to Marlon Brando, who famously sent Sacheen Littlefeather to reject his award in protest of Hollywood's depiction of Native Americans. And then there's Elizabeth Taylor, who didn't show up to accept her award because her husband Richard Burton was expected to lose. Talk about a dramatic exit. But the first have to say, Sean Penn's reason for missing the ceremony is perhaps the most intriguing of all. I mean, who needs a fancy statuette when you can be involved in important world events? It's like he's saying, you know what, Hollywood, I've got better things to do than attend your little party. And you know what? I kind of love it. Maybe this is the start of a new movement, where stars decide to ditch the ceremony and focus on more pressing issues. Hey, anything that makes the show shorter is okay by me. So, there you have it, folks. Sean Penn, the ultimate Oscars rebel. Welcome back to Morning Joan, darlings. We're closing out the show with a somber note, as I'm sure many of you are aware of the devastating nightclub collapse in the Dominican Republic that occurred nearly a year ago. Can we talk? This tragedy resulted in the loss of over 230 lives and injured countless others. The owners of the nightclub, siblings Antonio and Maribel Espaillat, have finally made their first court appearance, facing charges of involuntary manslaughter and assault. Oh, grow up! It's about time they faced the music, if you ask me. The prosecution has hundreds of pieces of evidence tying them to the collapse, including allegations of attempting to intimidate or manipulate employees. Face it, darling, this is a case of gross negligence and greed. The Espaillats are powerful business people, with Antonio owning several upscale entertainment centers and dozens of local radio stations. But with great power comes great responsibility, and it seems they failed miserably in that regard. Trust me on this, The families of the victims deserve justice, and I hope the court doesn't drag its feet on this one. The hearing has been postponed until April 6th, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it. Please, it's time for accountability and closure for those affected by this tragedy. As we wrap up today's show, I want to leave you with a reminder that fashion and entertainment are not just about glamour and glitz. They're also about responsibility and respect for human life. So, let's keep things in perspective, shall we? That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay fabulous.